So, good morning. It's, well, I think 9:30, or no, almost 10 o'clock. I left at 9 o'clock from the harbor, from Vlieland. I now have to round the island, so the island is still behind me. The wind is against, the current holding a bit over, but not too much. So we're a bit farther away now. Wind is getting a bit more, it's about 20 knots now. Waves are getting higher because we lost the protection of the island. So now it really is wild out there. But this boat, this Victoire, it's amazing. It behaves so fluently in this pretty big wave. Oh, big. They're about, I think about 1.5 meters, 2 meters high. It's always a bit tricky to tell, but they are long, so the boat flows really actually like the boat. So that's a little update. More wind. We're still up against the wind. We still have to round some grounds, but in about an hour I think we can go more from the wind, so get a better course, a bit more speed and a bit less current, because that still is about 3 knots, so we're really struggling to get into it. Combined with the waves and the wind against us, it's not the fastest goodbye from Vlieland. So this is where we are right now. Here is Vlieland, that's where we came from. And we had to round those grounds over here. And now we are up here. Originally I wanted to go a bit closer to the coast, but since the wind is almost coming from behind and I don't want to have it full from behind, I'm taking a bit higher course. So I'm planning now, these are the chipping lanes. I wanted to cross them over here, so I thought this looks a bit more easy. But now I'm going to close it, I think, over here. And it's 11:30. Time flies when you're having fun. As you can see, we're doing 7 knots, 4 knots, 5 knots. Well, this is over ground. There are, I think, about 15 to 16 knots of wind. Sometimes it's a bit more. Sea is a bit unstable, but the wind vane is out and it works perfectly. With those big waves from behind, the Raymarine was getting a bit of a problem. It had to work very hard, took a lot of energy, and now this wind vane took over and it's silence, you don't hear it, and it does its job now perfectly. It looks like it's not having any limits in its rotation that the Raymarine has. It's not going in a straight line, but it's easy flowing through the waves. Well, and this is inside. As normally it gets a bit messy when leaving because you think you did everything right, but then, well, the tea was on the ground and it turned out to be a big mess, but it's clean again. So it's 3:30. Try to get some sleep, but it doesn't really work. I have a warning in my system which tells me when there's more than 25 knots of wind, and that is working. So the wind is getting more and more, and the waves is getting higher and higher. I try to show you on film, but it doesn't show, but good evening. It's about, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Sun going down at sea. Sailing solo. Far at sea sailing solo. For me that's the first time alone. I've been on the sea before with friends or with my wife. But I never did it alone. So this will be my first night alone at sea. And I really looked forward to this because I wanted to have this experience. Everything goes well. An hour ago my AES stopped. Didn't know why. It was a bit scary because there were lots of ships passing me and coming over. But they all see me, so they all correct their course, and so I can just do my thing. And I don't have that much room to move because the wind is almost from behind and I don't want to have it full from behind. I need to have some sleep. I tried to sleep something during the day, but well, constantly something was going on. Ships were coming, we had some wind gusts from over 25 knots, and then the wind vane gets into trouble and everything goes wrong and the sail starts clapping and well, okay. Putting the Genoa down was a good idea. It still is down. The wind is not that hard anymore, but still it gusts to 18, 19 knots, and then it's a good thing to go into the night with the sails, not too much sails on. We're doing still 6 to 7 knots over ground, 5 to 7 knots depending on how the waves, how the boat surfs down the waves, because then it goes a lot faster. And we just looked almost 100 miles today already. So we're going very fast, and I hope the wind won't get any harder tonight. Nice thing is that it's very steady. It's very steady in its direction. So I don't have any problems in constantly adjusting. I adjusted the wind vane. Last time I did it, I think it was about 2 o'clock. So that's already 8 hours long. It works just from itself. It's amazing.